MicroStation Essentials, the Place Smartline tool. Place Smartline is a general tool that allows you to draw a variety of different element types, such as lines, line strings, arcs, shapes, complex chains, and complex shapes. The Place Smartline tool has its own vertex options that allows you to draw a sharp vertex, a rounded vertex, or a chamfered vertex. The Place Smartline tool is found in your drawing task. From drawing, you simply select the first icon in the linear toolbox, which is Place Smartline. It's a line with a little light bulb on it. Here you can see that you have the options in the tool settings window to choose whether or not you're going to draw lines or arcs. You also have the option here of selecting your vertex type. And here you can choose to draw sharp vertices, rounded vertices, or chamfered vertices. You can draw individual elements or join them all into one element. Let's see what we can do with the Place Smartline. So remember, you pick your tool, you set your attributes, you choose your tool settings. We're going to stick with segment type as lines, vertex type as sharp, with join elements turned on. Then you read your prompt. It says Place Smartline, enter first vertex. So let's go ahead and enter a vertex, enter next vertex, or reset to complete. And there's your line. It is identified as a single line, and it's distinguished from a line string in that the line string has multiple segments. So now we're looking at a line string. You can also draw arcs here. These are done as arcs by center. So you place the first endpoint of the arc, then the center point of the arc, and then you decide the sweep angle. Note that you can go clockwise or counterclockwise, which is a very nice little feature at this time. You can continue to draw arcs if you wish to do so. And again, you can do continuous elements like that. Another thing that you can do with Place Smartline is to draw a shape. And a shape is an irregular polygon. It could be a regular polygon if you're careful, like drawing a square or a pentagon. You have to be pretty precise about that. Typically, most of us are going to be drawing irregular polygons using the snap feature. I can close it off. And that's a shape. In that case, the shape was filled. You can also use it to draw complex chains. And a complex chain is an open element. It's not closed, but it has two different element types in it, a line and an arc. So this is a complex chain. In this case, it's telling us that we're touching the arc portion of the complex chain. In addition to complex chains, you can also draw complex shapes, which again is going to have a line portion, an arc portion, at least one of each, and it's closed. So in this case, we've got a closed shape. More precisely, a closed complex shape. So 6 different element types: lines, line strings, arcs, shapes, complex chains, and complex shapes. If you turn off the join elements option, when you start to draw a line string, for example, you actually end up with individual pieces. So each one is a line. So if I start to delete, I'd have to delete one at a time. They're no longer joined into one element. They are separate elements. So that's your join elements option. You also can draw vertex type. So you can have a sharp vertex, or you can go to a rounded vertex where you now add a rounding radius. Let's take a look at that again. Here's a complex shape with rounded radiuses. You can also do a chamfered vertex, and here you've got to set your chamfer offset. So you can have a chamfered vertex type. Sharp, rounded, chamfered. With rounded and chamfered, you need to set your rounding radius or your chamfer offset. So Smartline is a very helpful little tool. It does a lot of different things. It allows you to create a lot of different element types, such as lines, line strings, arcs, shapes, complex chains, and complex shapes. And remember, it has its own vertex options. You can create sharp vertices, rounded vertices, or chamfered vertices.